presiding.
Please be seated.
Yeah, that green waste basket, that'll do. Yeah, I found that this wheelchair doesn't have a leg brace, so
Do what we can.
Yeah, smart.
Survive what we must.
This is Roy's. Sorry.
Okay,
Thank you.
could I have my, yeah, please, just hand it to me. Thank you. Oh, good, thank you.
Let me know if the mic isn't picking me up. Good evening. I'll call this session of Stoughton Municipal Court for the City of Stoughton and the towns of Dunkirk, Pleasant Springs, and Rutland into session. The City of Stoughton will appear in all matters this evening by Attorney Noah Dregney. Before I begin calling cases, I want to go over some of the procedures we'll follow tonight and some of your rights as defendants. These procedures are also set forth on the form that was made available to you as you entered the courtroom. First, please turn off your cell phones. Second, this hearing is for initial appearances on the citations you received. This is not the time for a trial or telling me your side of what happened. When your case is called, please come up to the podium in front here and remember to speak clearly into the microphone. These proceedings are being recorded, so you need to answer questions verbally and not simply by nodding or shaking your head. Tonight, I'll ask you to enter a plea to the citation you were issued. Your plea options are guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty means you admit you did whatever it is you're charged with. A plea of not guilty means you want to contest the charges against you. A plea of no contest means that while you do not doing anything unlawful, you don't wish to contest the matter either. In many cases, Mr. Dregney will be in a position to make you an offer to resolve your case right here tonight. If you do arrive at such an agreement, you should enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Either way, guilty or no contest, I will find you guilty. I'll then review the facts of your case to determine whether there is a factual basis for accepting your plea. I'll then give you an opportunity, if you wish, to tell me anything you feel is relevant to my sentencing decision. We'll then proceed to sentencing. In almost all cases, I will order you to pay a forfeiture, which is a money penalty, like a fine. It may be anywhere from $20,000 to $10,000, though the vast majority will be in the range of $50 to $200. I'm also required to impose court costs, which will increase the total amount you must pay. I'll automatically give you 30 days to pay your forfeiture. But if you think you'll need more time than that, that's fine. Just please let me know right away and we'll set up a payment plan. Failure to timely pay your forfeiture can result in suspension of your driver's license or sending the matter for debt collection. If you plead not guilty to the charges against you, I'll schedule your case for a pretrial conference over the phone with the city attorney. At that time, you can discuss your case with him and see if it can be resolved without a trial. If it cannot be resolved, I'll schedule the matter for trial. That'll be at a later date. That won't be tonight. You do have the right to have an attorney represent you in your case, but you must hire that attorney on your own. The State Public Defender's Office will not represent you. You also have the right to ask me for a continuance of your case if you need more time to consult with an attorney or for some other reason. If you are charged with operating while intoxicated or some related offense, you have the right to a jury trial in circuit court in Madison. However, If you want such a jury trial, you must post jury fees within 10 days of the date you enter your plea of not guilty, which would be 10 days from today's date. All other trials will be heard by me. You have the right to appeal any decision I make in your case. Those of you who are charged with a traffic offense should bear in mind that in addition to having to pay a forfeiture if found guilty, the Division of Motor Vehicles may impose demerit points against your license. If 12 or more points are assessed against your license in any 12-month period, your driving privileges will be suspended for a period of time. And if you hold a probationary license, those points may be doubled. Finally, if your address changes at any time while your case is pending, you must notify the court in writing within 5 days of such a change. I'll call the first case, which is City of Stoughton versus Alyssa Dortch. Ms. Dortch, is your last name spelled D-O-R-T-C-H?
That is correct.
First name is A-L-I-S-S-A?
Yes,
Do you still live on Lakeview Drive in Fort Atkinson?
that is correct.
Pardon?
Yes,
Okay. You're charged with unsafe backing of a vehicle. That means pretty much what it sounds like, that you backed up a motor vehicle on a public highway in the city of Stoughton in a manner that was unsafe, either to other vehicles, to property, or persons who were in the vicinity. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
yes,
Does the city have an offer for the defendant tonight?
The city offers to amend the citation to impeding traffic by slow speed in violation of statute 346.591, which would have 2 demerit points on the license, a total forfeiture of $86.20, and it would not require the Department of Transportation right-of-way class.
Right, Ms. Dortch, I should explain before I ask you anything else. A few years ago, the legislature passed a new law that requires for a certain class of motor vehicle offenses, including this one, that even after you've paid your forfeiture, and even if you pay it right away, you still must attend a driver's safety class within 6 months of the date of conviction. Otherwise, your driver's license will be suspended until you do. So what the city is offering is to amend this to impeding traffic by a slow-moving vehicle. Was that it?
Yes, impeding traffic by slow speed.
Okay. That's an offense that does not require a person convicted to do the driver's safety class. It would still be 2 demerit points, which is what you're looking at now. The city's willing to recommend a slightly reduced forfeiture down to $86.20. Do you want to take the city up on their offer?
yes.
Do you understand what the city's offering?
I get 2 points off my license. I pay $86 and some change, and I don't have to take any class.
Correct. All right then, Ms. Dortch, how do you plead to the amended charge?
No contest.
Does the city have anything, well, let me just check this for a factual basis. All right, I do find a, excuse me, I do find a factual basis for your plea. I will find you guilty. I'll enter judgment against you. Is there anything you wish to tell me before I sentence you?
So I drive for John's Disposal, and I drive for here in Stoughton on Fridays, and this happened on, so not this last Friday, the snowstorm that we had, the one prior to that, and I normally would have picked a much better place to turn around, but because of the snow, it could have been catastrophic so I guess I wish my work would have called it off for that Friday since it
Yeah.
wasn't safe driving conditions. So,
Okay. Was your employer at all understanding of what happened here?
yeah,
Okay, good. All right. I will impose a forfeiture and costs totaling $86.20. Do you need more than 30 days to pay that?
no, I don't.
Okay. We'll give you a written copy of your judgment of conviction. That'll give you information on how you can pay your forfeiture. And unless you have any other questions, once you've got that, you're free to go.
I just have one question. Is it
Sure.
2 points or does it double because of my CDL? 2
Oh,
points.
because you've got a CDL?
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I know it doubles for a probationary license. I'm not aware of it doubling for a CDL, but I don't know that it doesn't.
Okay.
Well, that's important. Do you want to have time to check that out? I can vacate your plea and enter a plea of not guilty for you and set this over for several weeks so you have time to talk to Mr. Dragney. But probably first stop is for you to talk to DMV and find out how this would affect your CDL.
You know, I think I'm just grateful that I don't have to take a class, which I
Okay.
was not aware of that being a possibility.
No, a lot of people don't.
And as of right now, until these points, I have all 12. So I just have to behave for 12 months and.
All
Come
right,
on.
that's fine. If you're satisfied, you know what you're doing. Okay, have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, have a seat, please, ma'am.
Thank you. No, oh, let's see, sorry, thank you.
All right, City versus Brenda Kasmar. You're Ms. Kasmar.
I am. Yes,
Is your last name spelled Kasmar?
yes,
Do you still live on West Street in Stoughton?
yes,
Ma'am, you're charged with inattentive driving a motor vehicle. That means on a public roadway in the city of Stoughton. You drove in a manner that was inattentive such that you put in danger other vehicles, persons, or property that may have been in the vicinity. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
yes.
Does the city have an offer for the defendant?
The city does not have an offer at this time, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Kasmar, you've got a couple choices here. First, I should let you know, did you hear what I told the previous defendant? Oh, wait, no, never mind. Doesn't apply to you. So you've got a couple of choices here. If you were to plead guilty or no contest tonight, I would find you guilty and we'd go right ahead with sentencing tonight. If you want to have an opportunity to discuss the case with the city attorney and see if you can arrive at some agreement with a different charge or a different fine or something like that, you should enter a plea of not guilty, and I'll schedule the matter for a pretrial phone conference with Mr. Dragney. Your third option is to plead not guilty tonight, and then we'll just schedule the matter for a trial. So how would you like to proceed?
I'm going to do no contest.
Okay, you understand by pleading no contest, I'll find you guilty, and we'll go to sentencing tonight.
That's fine. Yes.
Okay. Let me just review the file. I do find a factual basis for your plea, and I will find you guilty. Does the city have anything to say with respect to sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, is there anything you'd like to tell me about this case or anything else you think is relevant before I pass sentence?
I'd just like to say, I'm not sure where the girl came out of, if she came out of a parking lot and around that way, or she was just moving real fast. I know I looked because I'm OCD about it. I did not see her. I did not. The other thing I guess I'd like considered is I've been driving for 50 years. I've had 2 tickets and no other accidents. So I'm pretty cautious.
Right. Well, I appreciate that you've had certainly no recent violations anyway. I appreciate that you've had no recent violations anyway. On the other hand, this was in broad daylight. This was on, you know, an intersection with good visibility, and the other driver had the right of way under the circumstances. So I'm going to impose a forfeiture and costs totaling $111.40. That's the amount that's on your citation. Will you need more than 30 days to pay that?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, we'll give you a written copy of the judgment, and unless you have other questions, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. City versus David Burnt. You're Mr. Burnt?
Yep. Yes.
Last name spelled B-E-R-N-D-T?
Yes.
Do you still live on South Academy in Stoughton?
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with speeding on a public highway. That is, that you were operating a motor vehicle
Yes.
in a 25 mile per hour zone at a speed of 40 miles per hour. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
Yes.
Does the city have an offer for the defendant?
The city offers to amend the citation to impeding traffic by slow speed in violation of statute 346.59 sub 1 for 2 demerit points and a total forfeiture of $86.20.
Sir, do you understand the city's offer?
Yes, I do.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes.
Then how do you plead?
Guilty.
Right. I do find a factual basis for your plea. I will find you guilty, and I'll order you to pay, guilty of the amended citation as offered by the city, and I'll order you to pay a forfeiture and costs totaling $86.20. Do you need more than 30 days to pay that?
No, I do not.
Okay. We'll give you that in writing. That'll give you information on how you can pay the forfeiture. And unless you have questions about anything else, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. City versus Hayden Hammond. Mr. Hammond,
Yes.
last name spelled Hammond.
Yes, Your Honor.
First name Hayden.
Yes.
Gentlemen, no talking right now. You're charged with 2 citations, the first of which is failure to keep a vehicle you were operating on a public highway under control and or at an unreasonable speed. Do you understand the nature of that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're also charged with hit and run of an unattended vehicle. That means that while you were operating a motor vehicle on a public highway, you hit another vehicle that was not occupied, that causing damage, and did not stop to make contact with the owner of the vehicle or to leave the statutorily required information for the owner of the vehicle on that vehicle. Do you understand the nature of that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does the city have an offer for the defendant tonight?
The city does not have an offer at this time.
So, Mr. Hammond, you've got a couple choices. If you were to plead guilty or no contest right now, we would go to sentencing tonight. On the other hand, if you want to have an opportunity to discuss these cases with the city attorney and see if you can come up with some kind of resolution that you both agree upon to present to the court, I'll give you time to do that. Third option is you plead not guilty and we'll schedule the matter for a trial down the road. So what would you like to do tonight?
So if I could talk to who if,
Mr. Dragney, the city attorney.
okay, if I plead no contest or guilty?
If that's what you want to do, I'll schedule the matter for a pretrial conference over the phone where you can talk to him.
Okay.
We don't really have time to do it tonight.
For sure. I think I would like to do that
Okay.
then.
I'll enter a not guilty plea on both citations for you. I'll schedule the matter for a pretrial conference over the phone April 15th at,
I can do 9:45 a.m. Does that work for you, or
What day of the week would that be?
it's usually a Wednesday?
yes, that's a Wednesday.
Yes,
Okay. I would just have to double check with my work, but I would assume that
Better time in the afternoon that would work?
I can't say for sure. It's there. I usually have breaks in my schedule. I work with patients, so it's sometimes, yeah, it kind of depends sometimes. So I would, if there's a way that I can get back to you on finding
Well,
a time,
we
or
have to
otherwise,
schedule it.
I'm okay with scheduling it for
I'll
whatever
schedule
works.
it.
I can try to figure it out on my end for sure.
There's a phone number that you could call to get a different, to tell him that you're not available and have a different time. So
Okay.
I'll get it scheduled for 9:45 right now. So.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Here's my contact info if you need to reschedule.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Just shoot me an email.
City versus Brinley Schmidt. Ma'am, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, if you could try to speak up a little bit, that would really help me a lot. Thank you. And Ms. Schmidt, do you still live on Bridge Road in Madison?
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with being a person under the age of 21 in possession of or drinking alcohol at that time. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
Yes.
Mr. Dragney, I do note that the defendant just turned 21 a few days ago. I don't know if that informs the city's decision-making process on this. But does the city have an offer for the defendant this evening?
The city offers to dismiss the citation since the defendant's now 21, Your Honor.
Do you have an objection to the city dismissing?
No.
All right. So ordered. It's dismissed. Hang on. We'll give you a copy of the judgment of dismissal. You want to hang on to that. Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, sorry. Okay, good, thank you. City versus Antonio Castro. Are you Mr. Castro?
Yes, I am, sir.
And do you still live on Lincoln Avenue in Beloit?
I do, sir.
Mr. Castro, you're being charged with retail theft. That means that you did intentionally take away the movable property of another without attempting to pay for it. In this case, it was a merchant who was holding out merchandise for resale. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have questions for me?
To better understand what you meant by taking something from a merchant?
Yes, a store.
Uh,
It says retail theft. Well, well, I can't look into the facts at this point in the proceeding. The citation says retail theft. Mr. Dragney, can you help the court out here?
No, I'm sorry. I'm actually having trouble pulling up the document for some reason.
well, if I plead no contest or whatever, what kind of fine am I looking at?
Well, I'm not going to allow you to do that because you don't understand what you've been charged with, and it's very likely, or at least it's possible from what I'm hearing right now, that the officer who issued the citation may have issued the wrong citation. I don't know, because I don't know the facts of this case. The city attorney here is trying to sort this out as we speak, and I don't know if he's making any headway or not.
I just pulled, it just opened.
Okay.
Says he was attempting to break into vehicles. Is that your understanding of what you're charged with?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, does the city have a motion with respect to the charge?
Yes, the city moves to amend to the citation to theft of movable property.
In conformity with Wisconsin Statute 940.19.
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Castro, the city has amended moved to amend the citation. I'll accept their amendment. The city is now charging you with taking and carrying away the movable property of another intentionally without without planning to return it and without the property owner's consent. So taking and carrying away the movable property of another without that person's consent, without the intention to ever return it. Do you understand the nature of that charge?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Does the city have an offer for the defendant? I should note that the victim in this matter has requested restitution in the amount of $70.
The city does not have an offer at this time, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Castro, you've got a couple choices tonight. If you plead guilty or no contest, in all likelihood, I would find you guilty and order you to pay a fine. I would then schedule a matter for a restitution hearing unless you don't contest the amount of money that the victim is requesting for restitution. Another option is to enter a plea of not guilty so that so that you can discuss the matter over the phone with Mr. Dragney and see if the two of you can come to an agreement to resolve the case. Your third option, if you wish to contest the matter altogether, is to enter a plea of not guilty, and we'll schedule the matter for a trial at a later date. Do you understand your choices?
Yes, I do.
How would you like to proceed?
No contest?
You understand if you plead no contest, I will find you guilty.
Right.
I'm reviewing the reports for a factual basis. I do find a factual basis for your plea, and I will find you guilty. The victim, as I said, is requesting $70 restitution. Do you contest that amount?
I do not.
Okay. Does the city have anything it wants to say with respect to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Castro, is there anything you'd like to tell me before I pass sentence?
No, sir.
How old are you, sir?
56.
You're a little old to be car shopping, don't you think?
Yeah.
mean-
It's a drinking problem.
Yeah, I mean, this is an offense that's normally carried out by people about 40 years younger than you are. I mean, that doesn't make it right for them either,
I
but,
know.
okay. Are you seeking any help for your drinking problem?
I haven't yet. I got other cases I'm dealing with right now.
Well, it would behoove you to try to get help as soon as you possibly can. I mean, even if it's just going to AA meetings, that's a lot better than nothing.
All right.
Because if you don't do anything, you're old enough, I think, to realize that there's a pretty strong likelihood something like this could happen again, right?
All right.
Okay. Do you need more than 30? I'll order you to pay a forfeiture and cost totaling $187. I'll order restitution to the victim in the amount of $70. We'll give you information on how both can be paid. Do you need more than 30 days to pay $187?
Yes, I do.
Are you employed right now?
No.
Are you seeking employment?
No. I get SSI.
Okay. How much do you receive in SSI each month?
About 700 and something.
Okay.
About 78, 780.
780?
Yep.
Okay. How much do you pay in rent each month?
I pay all my money in rent.
All of that
Everything.
780?
Yeah.
What do you use for food?
I got a link card.
Okay.
But I mean, I could take a little bit of money out the rent to pay fines, so.
Well, I could give you the option of 40 hours of community service over the next 90 days instead of paying, I'm sorry, not 40 hours, 19 hours of community service instead of paying the 187. and I would give you 90 days to do that. You could do the community service down in Beloit. It doesn't have to be up here. Is that something you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Okay. So the thing about community service, whatever it is you choose to do, first it has to be for a nonprofit organization.
right,
So Humane Society, Boys and Girls Club, something like that, a church. Second, it has to be work that you would not have been doing otherwise. And third, you can't get paid for it.
right,
Do you understand?
yeah.
Okay. Then we'll give you information. Can we give all that tonight, or do we?
Can I get information for here?
They're gonna have to mail the rest of it, and you can't do $70 for community service for the restitution, they don't allow.
$19.
19 hours, but the
19 hours.
$70 of restitution, they don't allow.
Right, thank you. So the community service is only for the fine. The restitution, you have to pay money for that. We can't allow you to do community service for that.
I babysit my grandson that's here in town. That's like, you know what I'm saying, I caught this case here. Can I get like, how I would be able to do community service here in town,
Sure,
you know?
but not
Those-
doing that.
Huh?
But not doing that. That's not community service.
No, babysitting, no, not, not that.
Right.
I'm like, something like either before or after, you know what I'm saying, that I watch my grandson.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. So we'll give you a copy of the judgment of conviction.
I'll have to mail them
right.
What are we giving him right
This
now?
is for the community service.
Okay, we can give you information on community service right now.
Right?
The judgment of conviction will be mailed to you, as will information on how to pay restitution,
Okay,
okay? And that's at that Lincoln Avenue address. If that changes, you need to let us know right away so that we get those documents to you in the mail.
okay. But the $70 fines, that
That's
I pay in here in
restitution.
town,
No, $70 is the restitution the victim is asking for.
right? I pay that here in town,
Well, you'll pay it to the court and we'll get the money to the victim,
right?
okay?
Right,
All right.
okay.
Any other questions?
No, that's it.
Okay, you have a good evening then.
Thank you.
Yeah. City versus Carla Hansen.
Hello.
Hi. You're Ms. Hansen?
Correct.
And Ms. Hansen, first name is Carla, right?
Correct.
You still live on you still live on Jackson Street in
Correct.
Stoughton? Ma'am, you are charged with failure to notify the police of an accident where you were the operator of a vehicle that was involved in that accident. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
Yes.
Does the city have an offer for the defendant?
The city does not have an offer at this time, Your Honor.
So Ms. Hanson, you've got a few choices here. If you were to plead guilty or no contest tonight, I would in all likelihood find you guilty, and we would proceed to sentencing right away tonight. On the other hand, if you wanted opportunity to talk to the city attorney about your case and see if it can be resolved, I would do that. I'd give you a date and time for a telephone pretrial conference. Third option is if you want a trial, that's perfectly fine. You just let me know that, enter a plea of not guilty, and we'll hold a trial at some point down the road. So how would you like to proceed?
No contest?
Do you understand, if you plead no contest, I must find you guilty?
Yes.
All right, I'll review the file for a factual basis for your plea. I do find a factual basis for your plea, and I find you guilty. What's the city's position with respect to sentence?
The city recommends that the forfeiture be as issued on the citation.
So $313 inclusive of costs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hanson, is there anything you'd like to tell me before I sentence you?
Yes. I'm epileptic, and it's been controlled for multiple years until that accident. Post-seizure, I often have amnesia or from losing consciousness, so that's the main reason why I left the scene.
So let me see if I understand this. You're saying before this crash, you had had a seizure?
Driving, yes,
You had a seizure while you were driving,
correct.
and there were other people in the vehicle with you,
Yep,
but you just kept driving instead of stopping. EMS was just a couple hundred feet
I
away.
lose consciousness. I had grand mal seizures, which, yes, so there wasn't, during my seizure, there wasn't an ability to stop.
Right, but you drove away is the part that is causing the problems here. And
Correct.
you didn't notify the police afterwards.
Not right afterwards, because I have an amnesia type thing, and when I came out, I went to the police station.
Well, this happened at 7 in the morning on Friday, February 20th. When did you report this to the police?
I'm not 100% sure, within an hour or two.
Well, first of all, ma'am, I believe everything you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
But I also see that you've had 2 property damage accidents in the last couple years, one on November 4th of 25, one on February 20th of 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, that's this one.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. So one previous accident. I may be wrong, but aren't you required to report to DMV that you have epilepsy of this type? Because I think it puts a restriction on your license, doesn't it?
Correct. I have to go see my neurologist, which I have an appointment. I called the day of the accident and get a review and a med check and all that stuff. And she'll either, which I haven't driven since the accident, but she'll switch up, talk to me. I can't drive via DMV for 3 months, seizure free. And then I go in front of my neurologist and they go through the exam stuff from DMV.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Mr. Dragney, in light of everything the defendant has related to the court, I wonder if the city thinks it might be advisable for the court to vacate the judgment of conviction and set this over for a pretrial conference so that the defendant can discuss the case further with the city.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because, well, I just want, for the record, I want to point out that it's $313 and a 6-point ticket, and I don't think it's still a probationary license.
No, it wasn't, not, sir.
Okay, I just want to make sure for
Yep.
my sake.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
fine.
okay. All right, so Ms. Hanson, that's what I'm going to do,
Okay,
unless you object. I'm going to vacate the conviction.
okay,
I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf so that you have time to talk to Mr. Dragney
Okay,
He may want to get some documentation from your physician,
okay,
along with other documentation as to the plan that you were just discussing with me.
okay,
I do note that other than that one property damage crash in '25, I don't see anything else on your record of any great significance.
no, sir.
Right. So it seems to me that given the circumstances, it might be better if the parties had a chance to talk further.
Okay.
So I'll vacate the judgment, enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and schedule this for a pretrial conference, April 15th at 10 a.m.
Yes,
Will
that'll
that work for you?
Yep,
That'll be over the phone.
okay,
Okay. So hang tight. We'll give you written notice of the notice of pretrial conference. That's got information on how you can get hold of Mr. Dragney.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Awesome, thanks.
Excuse me. City versus Emily McDonald. You're Ms. McDonald,
Yes,
and last name is spelled McDonnell.
correct.
Do you still live on County Road AB in McFarland?
No,
Where do you live now, ma'am?
5124 Erling Avenue in McFarland.
I'm sorry, could you spell that, please?
5124 ERLING.
I missed the name of the street again.
ERLING Avenue.
And that's still in McFarland?
Yes,
Okay, got it. Thank you. Ma'am, you're charged with 2 citations. The first of these is failure to keep a vehicle under control. Excuse me. That means that while you were operating a motor vehicle on a public highway in the city of Stoughton, you were operating a motor vehicle that you failed to keep under control in a safe manner such that you endangered lives or property in the vicinity. You're also charged with operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of an intoxicant. That means that while you were operating a motor vehicle on a public highway in the city of Stoughton, you were operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of some intoxicant that interfered with your ability to safely operate a motor vehicle. You're also charged with operating a motor vehicle with a prohibited blood alcohol concentration, specifically that you had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.15. Do you understand the nature of the charges against you?
yes.
Mr. Dragney, what's the city's position?
Your Honor, the city offers to dismiss the other citations if the defendant pleads no contest to the OWI, and the city would amend the blood alcohol content to 0.149.
Ma'am, do you understand what the city is offering?
Yes,
Do you understand that even if I accept the city's offer with respect to the 2 non-operating, I'm sorry, which are the 2 that the city is asking to have dismissed?
The city would dismiss the PAC, Your Honor.
But not the other one? I thought you said you were looking at dismissing.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. The city would dismiss the PAC and the
In
failure to
addition.
keep vehicle under control.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, the city is offering that if you were to plead guilty or no contest to the charge of operating while intoxicated, and if the city, and if the court accepts an amendment to the operating with a prohibited blood alcohol concentration. All right, let me start over again, because we need to be clear on this for DMV's sake. If you plead guilty or no contest to the charge of operating while intoxicated, the city is moving to dismiss the other 2 citations. The city is also offering to amend the facts in all of the charges to allege that your blood alcohol concentration at the time of driving was less than 0.15, specifically 0.149. Do you understand what the city's offering?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Are you sure? It's complicated.
So if I do guilty or no contest for the OWI, the other 2 are dropped.
Right, and what would the disposition be that the city would request?
I'm sorry, just a moment. Your Honor, the city would request a 6-month license revocation and a total forfeiture of $891.50. Actually, I'm sorry, let me verify the forfeiture. Sorry, a forfeiture of $986.
All right.
And the AODA requirement.
Right. So what all that means, ma'am, is that if I adopted the city's recommendation, all of the city's recommendations, I would order you to pay a forfeiture and costs totaling $986. I would also order your license revoked for a period of 6 months. Because it's a first offense, you probably could apply for an occupational license right away,
I have one right now.
okay? Well, but that's temporary. It depends on what ends up happening with this case tonight.
Okay.
You also, in order to get your regular license back, if you will, you'd have to undergo the driver assessment program. You'd have to pay for that. I can't remember offhand what the latest is on the assessment fee. You have to do the assessment first. Last I heard, which was a while back, that was $250. It's $325 now, thank you. You'd then have to do whatever the assessment people say you need to do. That could be anything from, you know, a brief period of in-person counseling to inpatient. But you wouldn't be able to get your driver's license back until you did that. And if it required any payments, you'd probably have to cover that on your own. And it's also, and this is the most important thing, I haven't read the facts of this case yet. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. But you need to understand, I'm not bound by the city's recommendations. If I did not think it was appropriate to go along with what the city is recommending, I don't have to do it. So, are you sure that you want to go ahead with a plea tonight?
Yeah.
If you plead not guilty, that's perfectly fine. That'll give you more time to talk to Mr. Dragney. I might require him to send me a memo explaining to me why I should adopt his recommendations. Or if you want a trial, we can have a trial, and that's not a problem. So, are you sure you want to go ahead with a plea of guilty or no contest tonight, or do you want more time? You're looking at some very serious consequences here.
I understand. But I screwed up, so that's no contest.
Okay. I'm reviewing the reports for a factual basis for your plea. All right, I do find a factual basis for your plea. I'll find you guilty of operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of intoxicants. I will dismiss on the city's motion the other 2 citations and read them in to bar further prosecution. Mr. Dragney, what is the city's thinking for the recommendation it's proposing?
The city moves to amend the blood alcohol content because it's right on the edge at 0.15, and I think it is within the margin of error of the test.
Right, so she'd have to plead to the BAC? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Sometimes the Department of Division of Motor Vehicles controls what the court can do. I've just been informed that for the city to effectuate, if the court wishes, to effectuate what the city's proposing, the defendant would have to plead to the PAC citation. City amends the PAC to .14 and then dismiss and read in the other 2 citations. Is the city willing to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's the only way to effectuate what I understand the parties to want to do. And ma'am, do you understand what we're talking about here?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Well, if it's over a .15, it's,
Right, so if it's .15 or over, you have to get an ignition interlock
Yeah.
device. Mr. Dragney is trying to avoid that for you.
I do appreciate
is-
that.
Very laudable. But the only way that that can work is if you plead to the PAC charge with an amended PAC, that is prohibited blood alcohol concentration, and then dismiss and read in the OWI charge and the, what was the other one?
Failure to control vehicle.
Yeah, failure to keep vehicle under control. Do you understand all that?
Yes.
Given all of that, I will vacate the judgment on all 3 citations at this point. And how do you want to plead to, well, let me back up here. Before I accept the city's amendment, I have to point a couple of things out. First of all, the crash was reported at approximately 2:26 in the evening. 2:26 in the morning.
Correct.
The defendant indicated at the scene that she'd consumed her last drink at about 45 minutes earlier, which would be 1:45, give or take a few minutes. The breath test occurred almost 3 hours after the last drink the defendant reported having. Even if she had had all 3 of those drinks seconds before the crash was reported, she'd still have had a BAC well in excess of .15 at the time of driving. That's the issue I have with what the city's proposing here. I can appreciate that the defendant is a first offender. That's great. I don't see anything else on her driving record. That's great too. But we're talking about something that happened in the dark, or wee hours of the morning. Fortunately, no other vehicle was involved, so nobody got hurt. But I am extremely reluctant to go along with the city's amendment. Ma'am, are you in any kind of substance abuse or alcohol treatment right now?
No,
Okay.
I just work all the time.
I'm sorry?
I just work every day and 24/7.
All right. I'm not going to accept the city's amendment at this point. That's not to say that I might not be convinced later, but at this point, I'm not going to accept it. So I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. So you can talk further with Mr. Dragney and see if the parties can come up with something that the court might accept. Okay?
Okay.
So, not guilty on all three. Pretrial conference over the phone. Are we still using April 15th?
Yes, 10:15.
10:15 in the morning? That's a Wednesday. April 15th.
How long would this be, give or take,
Well,
potentially?
10, 15 minutes?
Okay,
Probably
then-
about 15 minutes.
then yeah, that's okay.
Okay. And if the two of you find you need more time than that, you can schedule something more between you. So that'll work?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll give you written notice of the pretrial conference. That'll be over the phone. And that'll include information on how you can get hold of Mr. Dragney.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Any further questions, ma'am?
So with my occupational, that I still just drive in those hours, or
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
with my occupational hours, I can still drive in those times, or
I
am I
don't
not
have
allowed
anything to do
to
with your
drive?
occupational license. That's up to DMV,
Okay,
okay? If you do need to change those hours or you have questions about that, you should contact DMV.
okay.
Okay?
Yep,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
City versus Cameron Hess. You're Mr. Hess?
Yes.
Last name spelled H-E-S-S?
Yes.
Do you still live on Suffolk Drive in Janesville?
I do not.
What's your new address?
157 South Locust Street, and it's the upper unit in Janesville.
Okay. You're charged with operating a motor vehicle without proof of insurance. Do you have that insurance now?
Yes.
Do you have proof thereof?
I have an image on my phone. I don't have
Sure.
the physical copy
Why don't you
yet.
show that to Mr. Dragney, please? What's the city's position?
The city moves to dismiss the citation, Your Honor.
Do you have an objection to that?
I do not.
All right, so so ordered. We're giving you a written copy of the judgment of dismissal. You should keep that with you, okay?
Okay.
All right, any questions?
Nope.
All right, have a good evening.
Thank you, too.
Thank you. City versus, oops,
Need
we go.
a language line.
Okay. Victor Jimenez Guevara.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit client ID. For Spanish, press 1. Please enter access code followed by the pound sign.
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Sophia. ID 362352. I'll be your Spanish interpreter today. I'm proud to serve you, and this call may be monitored for training and quality assurance purposes. Is the customer with you, or would you like me to call them for you?
I didn't understand that.
This is a court proceeding. We have a judge here right now and a defendant speaks Spanish. And he is here. She was asking if he was the person who needs translation is here.
This is Municipal Judge for the City of Stoughton, Scott Dirks. I'm presiding over the case tonight of City versus Victor Jimenez Guevara. Are you Mr. Jimenez Guevara?
Sí.
The defendant is here in person. Before we go any further, interpreter, could you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will well and truly interpret the questions and answers between the court and counsel? Between the court and the defendant in this case, from Spanish into English and from English into Spanish to the best of your ability?
I do.
All right. Then I'm going to ask the defendant questions. I should also state that the city attorney, Mr. Noah Dragney, is here in the court. He will at times be addressing the court. And then, unless you object, I'm going to ask you to interpret from Spanish into English, English into Spanish for all three of us. Will that work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Then first, Mr. Jimenez Guevara, do you still live on Richard Street in Verona?
Hola, yo soy el intérprete en español que le asistirá el día de hoy. Esta llamada puede ser monitoreada para efectos de entrenamiento y calidad. ¿El señor Jiménez Guevara todavía vive en la calle Richard en Verona?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, you are charged, excuse me, you are charged with retail theft. That means that you intentionally took and carried away without the intention of paying for merchandise held out by a merchant for resale. Do you understand the nature of the charge?
El señor se le está acusando de hurto en comercio, es decir, la acción de tomar y llevarse intencionalmente sin intención de pagar mercancía que se encontraba en poder del comerciante para ser vendida. ¿Entiende la naturaleza del cargo?
Sí.
Yes.
Does the city have an offer for the defendant this evening, Mr. Dragney?
¿La ciudad tiene una oferta para el acusado esta noche, señor Graf?
The city does not have an offer at this time.
La ciudad no tiene una oferta en estos momentos.
So, Mr. Jimenez Guevara, you have three options here tonight. Your first option is to plead guilty or no contest. I would probably find you guilty and then impose a forfeiture. Interpreter?
Yes, señor Jiménez Guevara, esta noche tiene tres opciones: declararse culpable o no impugnar los cargos, y probablemente lo declare culpable y le imponga una multa.
Your second option is for me to schedule this for a pretrial conference over the phone where you can discuss this matter with Mr. Dragney and see if you can come up with a resolution that may be acceptable to the court.
La segunda opción es que programe una reunión previa al juicio por teléfono para tratar el asunto con el señor Dragney y ver si pueden llegar a una solución que sea aceptable para la corte.
Sí, me declaro.
Hang on. Your third option is to plead not guilty and for me to set this on for a trial at a later date.
Y la tercera opción es declararse inocente para mí presentar entonces la solicitud de un juicio para una fecha futura.
So, Mr. Jimenez Guevara, do you understand your choices?
Entonces, señor Jiménez Guevara, ¿entiende sus opciones?
Sí.
Yes.
What would you like to do tonight?
¿Qué es lo que le gustaría hacer esta noche?
Lo de la multa. A pagar multa.
Can I get a fine?
Yes, that's possible, but what I need for you to do right now is to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest. Or, if you want time to discuss the matter further with the city attorney, I can do that. What would you like to do tonight? Which of those three options I gave you do you want to try to pursue tonight?
Señor, esto es posible, pero lo que tiene que hacer ahora mismo es declararse culpable, inocente o no impugnar los cargos. O bien, si desea, puede hablar más a fondo del asunto con el abogado del Estado. ¿Qué es lo que quiere hacer esta noche? ¿Cuáles son sus opciones?
Culpable. Es una pregunta. Si me declaro culpable, ¿cuáles serían los cargos?
The interpreter is going to ask for a repetition. I cannot hear him. ¿Me puede por favor repetir lo que dijo más fuerte? Necesito que hable realmente fuerte.
Si me declaro culpable, ¿cuáles serían mis cargos?
If I plead guilty, what would be the charges?
Retail theft.
Por robo una tienda minorista.
¿Cómo dijo? Perdón, no le entendí.
Sir, if you're asking me what the sentence would be, it would probably be $187, including costs.
Si me pregunta cuál sería la sentencia, probablemente sean $187, incluyendo la causa.
Sí. Sí, está bien.
Yes, that is fine.
Well, okay, what do you want to do tonight?
¿Qué quiere hacer esta noche?
Culpable y pagar.
To plead guilty.
Do you understand if you plead guilty, I will find you guilty?
Entienda que si se declara culpable, yo lo voy a declarar culpable.
Y pagaría, ¿verdad?
And I will have to pay, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that interpreter.
And then I will have to pay that amount, right?
Yes.
Sí, señor.
Sí, está bien, culpable.
That is fine.
So how do you plead?
¿Cómo quiero declararse?
Culpable.
Guilty.
All right, I'll review the police reports to see if there is a factual basis for your plea.
Voy a revisar el reporte de la policía para ver si hay un fundamento fáctico para su declaración.
Sí.
I do find a factual basis for your plea, and I will find you guilty.
Sí encuentro el fundamento fáctico para su declaración de culpabilidad y lo encuentro culpable.
Mr. Dragney, what is the city's position with respect to sentencing?
Señor Beck, ¿cuál es la posición de la ciudad con respecto a la sentencia?
The city moves for the sentence to be a forfeiture of $187 as issued on the citation.
La ciudad está de acuerdo con los $187 que aparecen en la situación.
Mr. Jimenez Guevara, is there anything you would like to tell me about what you think I should do or why this happened or anything else that's relevant to sentencing?
Señor Jiménez Guevara, ¿hay algo que me quiera decir que crea que sea importante o relevante con respecto a la sentencia?
No.
All right, Mr. Jimenez Guevara, I'm going to order you to pay a a forfeiture and costs totaling $187.
Señor Jiménez Guevara, le voy a pedir que pague una multa por incumplimiento de $187.
Sí.
I will automatically give you 30 days to pay that, but if you need more than 30 days, I'm willing to set up a payment plan.
Automáticamente le voy a dar 30 días para pagarlo, pero si quiere un plan de pago, si estoy dispuesta a configurarlo para usted.
De hecho, me dieron un papel y no sé si es ese que se tenga que pagar o es otro aparte.
They gave me a paper. Is that what I need to pay, or is it something else?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
No sé de qué está hablando, señor.
Ok, está bien, ¿me puede dar 30 días para pagarlo? La multa.
Interpreter?
The interpreter is going to ask for repetition. Señor, de verdad no lo escucho. Necesito que hable fuerte. ¿Me puede repetir?
Ok, sí, pagaré lo que vaya a pagar en 30
I
días.
will pay.
I understand. Do you need more than 30 days to pay $187?
Señor, sí entiendo. ¿Necesita más de 30 días para pagar los $187?
Nomás 15 días, está bien.
I will pay in 15 days.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, interpreter.
I'll pay in 15 days.
Well, I'll give you more than 15 days. Is 30 days enough time for you to pay?
Señor, le estoy dando más de 15 días. Le estoy preguntando si 30 días es suficiente para que pague.
Oh, sí, sí está bien.
Okay,
Yes, that is fine.
all right. I'll give you 30 days to pay. We'll give you a copy of the judgment of conviction before you leave, and that will give you information on how to pay. Hang on a second.
Muy bien. Le voy a dar 30 días y la sentencia condenatoria y será suficiente para que pueda realizar el pago.
Gracias.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
No.
Okay. And as
Gracias.
soon as you get these papers, you're free to go.
En cuanto reciba los papeles, se puede ir.
Gracias.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
De nada. Is there anything else I can do, Your Honor?
Well, the defendant is still here. If you could just hang on for a minute or two yet, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir. We're going to have to mail those documents to you. Our printer is not cooperating tonight.
Spanish forms.
Yeah.
Se lo voy a tener que enviar por correo porque nuestra impresora no está cooperando.
Okay.
Está bien.
So if you move, if your address changes before you get those documents, you must let us know, okay?
Si se cambia de dirección antes de que reciba los documentos, nos lo tiene que decir.
Ok. No.
All right. Thank
Thank you.
All right, interpreter, thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you for
wait.
using our services and good day, Your Honor.
Are we good?
Well, grab the wrong forms. Hold on one second. Am I telling you this? No, it's gonna have to rest. Looks like it. Every time I open that drawer, it takes a while for it to, I don't understand that.
Okay.
One second. Give her one and mail the Spanish one to him. Is she still here?
No, the interpreter left.
Okay. I'll mail the other one.
Okay.
She'll mail you a Spanish version. Well,
Who's number 11?
That's Gerard,
The G?
yes. Angelica.
City versus Angelica Gerard. Ma'am, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Last name Gerard.
Yes, sir.
First name Angelikah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Ma'am, you're charged with operating under the influence of an intoxicant. That means you operated a motor vehicle on a public highway under the influence of an intoxicant such that your ability to safely operate a motor vehicle was impaired. You're also charged with operating a motor vehicle with a prohibited blood alcohol concentration, specifically that at the time of testing your breath, it registered a 0.17 blood alcohol concentration in your breath. Do you understand the nature of the charges against you?
Yes, sir.
Does the city have an offer for the defendant?
the city does not have an offer at this time, Your Honor.
So, ma'am, I don't know if you were here when I was informing everybody of their rights earlier, but you do have the right to a jury trial in this matter. However, the jury trial would be held in circuit court in Madison. I wouldn't be presiding over the trial.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want a jury trial, you have to post jury fees within 10 days of today,
Okay.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's up to $72 or something like that for a jury. It's not a huge amount of money. And I'm not suggesting what you do one way or the other, but I do need to make you aware of that right.
Mm.
The city isn't willing to make an offer to resolve the case tonight, so you got a couple of options.
Okay.
If you plead guilty or no contest tonight, in all likelihood, I would find you guilty and we would proceed to sentencing tonight. If you want, on the other hand, to have an opportunity to talk to the city attorney and see if you can come up with a resolution that I may accept, then you should enter a plea of not guilty, and I'll schedule the matter for a pretrial conference over the phone with Mr. Dragney. Your third option is to plead not guilty and ask for a trial, and I'll schedule the matter for a trial. But again, if you want a jury trial, you can also do that, but you have to post jury fees.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have questions about your options here?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. I should also tell you that if you're convicted of the BAC charge, which alleges a blood alcohol concentration of 0.17, that's at the time of testing, not necessarily the time you were actually driving. It might have been higher or lower. But with a conviction on that charge, you must have an ignition interlock device installed and maintained at your expense on any vehicle that you operate, even if you don't own it.
Mm-hmm.
That can be very expensive,
Mm-hmm.
like
$50 charge.
$50 just to install it, but the maintenance fees can be anywhere from $50 to a couple of hundred a month.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have to do that before you could apply for, well, I'd revoke your driving privileges for a period of time. After that period of revocation is over, then the period of 12 months with an ignition interlock device would begin.
Okay.
So do you understand all of that?
I think so, yes.
Do you have any other BAC charges or OWI charges pending in any other jurisdiction?
No, sir.
How would you like to proceed tonight? If you want to have time, that's perfectly fine. You were probably here when I was explaining this to another defendant. The consequences here can be very, very expensive, and they're going to affect you for many years down the road.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have time to think about it, if you want to have time to try to consult with an attorney, I'm more than happy to give you that time.
I would love some time to think about it.
Okay. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf on all charges. We'll schedule this for a pretrial conference. Are we still using April 15th?
10:30 a.m.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay. And again, the clock on that jury trial for posting fees, that starts now.
Okay.
Okay. So hang on, we'll
Mm.
give you a notice of the pretrial conference. That'll tell you how you can get hold of Mr. Dragney.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have questions about anything?
No.
Okay. Oh, don't remember if I asked. Do you still live on Hayes Road in Madison?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. If that changes, you need to let us know within 5 days.
Okay.
It's for both of them.
All right, unless you have questions, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Who's next?
The next one's Rose.
Rose?
And the names are showing up as under C, Corsia, Rose, Miss.
Yep, got it, thank you. So, City versus Korea Rose, is that you, ma'am?
Yeah, that's me.
And we need to make sure that our records are clear. Your last name is Rose?
My first name is Rose.
I'm sorry?
My first name is Rose.
Okay, last name is Korea?
Yeah.
Got it, thank you. You still live on Mayfair Avenue in Madison?
Yeah.
Ma'am, you're charged with speeding on a public highway. That means that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public highway at a speed of 43 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour zone. Do you understand the nature of the charge against you?
Yes, but it was due to a circumstance.
Well, hang on. Do you understand what the city is saying you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Dragney, does the city have an offer for the defendant?
The city offers to amend the citation to speeding 10 miles per hour over the speed limit for a total forfeiture of $98.80 and 3 demerit points.
10 over is still a 4-pointer.
Oh, I'm sorry, 9 over.
Okay. So, Ms. Correa, the city is saying that they're willing to amend the citation to allege speeding by 9 miles an hour over the limit, which is a 3-point ticket. And then if you plead guilty or no contest to that, they would suggest to me, recommend to me, that I order you to pay a forfeiture totaling $98.80. Do you understand what the city's offering?
Yes.
Okay. Is that what you'd like to do, or do you have something else in mind?
The problem was that I was on my last straw at work that I shouldn't be late anymore. So because of that day and how long I was held for, I lost my job.
Okay.
So it's like what I was running away from happened. So I was driving a little bit faster because I didn't want to get in trouble, but it happened either way.
I understand. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf and schedule this for a pretrial conference over the phone so you can talk to Mr. Dragney. You can tell him about those things or anything else you think is pertinent and see if the two of you can come up with an agreement to resolve the case that I may find acceptable. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we'll do. April 15th at 10:45.
What day is that?
That's a Wednesday.
Wednesday, 10.
That'll be over the phone.
I have class. Oh, over the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
10:45, you said?
okay.
We
'Cause
can give you a different time that day if that.
Yeah, what other options are available?
All the way till 11:30. Otherwise, we can, if the afternoon works better, we can set a particular time that works for you.
Because on Wednesdays I have two. One ends at 9:50, and then the other one starts at 10. So 10 to noon.
10 to noon.
Yeah.
Would you want to do, say, 12:15?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, would it be possible to do after 1?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
So 1:30 or?
Yeah, that works. 1:30.
And again, ma'am, that's over the phone. You don't have to drive to his office.
Okay.
Okay. Unless you have any questions, ma'am, you're free to go.
How many points was it down to?
The amended citation that I offered would be 3 points.
3 points. Okay.
Instead of 4.
Thank you.
All right, have a good evening, ma'am.
Thanks.
I'm not sure the name of the next gentleman, he's the last.
Oh, I didn't see him there. Sir?
Johnson, right? Johnson, yep.
Johnson, thank you. City versus Rory Johnson. You're Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor.
First name spelled R-O-R-Y.
Yes.
Do you still live on West Milwaukee Street in Stoughton?
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with operating a motor vehicle while your Wisconsin driving privileges were suspended. Do you understand the nature of the charge?
I do.
Do you have a driver's license now?
I do.
Could
So,
you show it to Mr. Dregney, please?
In light of him now having a driver's license that's not suspended, the city moves to dismiss the citation.
Do you object to that?
I do not.
All right. So ordered then. We'll give you a copy of the judgment of dismissal. Hang on to that just in case there's some mix-up with DMV.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. You're free to go then.
You guys have a good night.
All right. Anyone else? Okay, then, with respect to the 5 o'clock matters, all cases that I have not called yet, I will find the defendants guilty by default, enter judgment against them in the amounts shown on the citations. I don't think there are any license suspensions that go with any of these charges. Mr. Dregney, you got anything else for me on the 5 o'clocks?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
He has not made a payment
All right.
since February 16th.
We then have for 6 o'clock the perennial issue of Mr. Hammis. He's not here. Yeah. What I would suggest is that we set this over to the next adult court night, have him served with order to appear to explain what's going on. I'm going to ask the city to see if what options the city might think there are for further collection that we could go into. As you know, Mr. Dregney, we've been dragging this out for well over a year now. And he's made a fair number of payments, but he's still, even under the terms of the proposed agreement the city came up with, he's still short over $6,000, isn't he?
He needs 7,000 gallons to his 4,600.
Oh, well, all right, 4,600.
We wrote off
But
over
he
6,000.
keeps picking up new OASs. And we're not suspending his driver's license, so that's coming from other jurisdictions. Obviously, I don't have any control over that. So we'll bring him back here next month.
We're scheduled for pre-trial today on those, wanting to have that taken care of, but he.
Yeah, all right, we'll put everything over for 6 o'clock at the next date with him ordered to appear. And in the meantime, I'm going to look into next possible steps, and I'd appreciate it if the city would as well. Okay? Anything else for me?
No, Your Honor.
Cool. We're adjourned. Oh, shoot, I'm close.